Imagine you're standing in line at the DMV. It's already hell on earth, but now imagine you can hear everything. Not just the guy in the cap muttering to himself. No, you hear the woman behind you planning her divorce. You hear the clerk behind the counter dreaming about the building disappearing from the face of the earth. You hear the teenager in the corner playing Baby Shark on a loop inside his head for the 4th hour in a row. Welcome to a world without secrets. A world where the skull is no longer a soundproof wall. What if tomorrow morning, at exactly 8 a.m. Eastern Time, humanity suddenly gained telepathy? Would this be the start of a utopia of total understanding? Or would we destroy civilization faster than you can think, what the hell? Let's find out. First, let's talk physics. If thoughts worked like radio waves, the universe would play a cruel joke on us. There are 8 billion people in the world. If each of us broadcast our internal monologue, that's not a conversation. That is white noise at 140 decibels. It's like standing inside a Boeing 747 turbine made of other people's anxieties, grocery lists, and catchy tunes. But let's say, for the sake of the experiment, we follow the inverse square law. You hear people louder if they are closer. You wake up next to your partner, and the first thing you hear isn't, "Good morning, honey," but, "God, his breath smells like a raccoon died in there, and why does he breathe so loud?" Congratulations, the first wave of breakups will hit the planet about 30 seconds after the experiment begins. In cities like New York or Los Angeles, collapse will follow. Imagine Times Square, thousands of people. Your brain tries to process thousands of data streams simultaneously. It's a DDoS attack on your consciousness. People on the streets will drop to their knees, covering their ears, even though it won't help. The sound goes straight into the brain. The only salvation is to run. Real estate prices in Wyoming and North Dakota will skyrocket in the first 24 hours. Population density becomes the main enemy. By lunch on the first day, society as we know it will cease to exist. Why? Because our civilization is built on a foundation of small, polite lies. "Good to see you." No, it's not. "Great presentation, Bob." It was trash, Bob. "Your call is very important to us." We don't care. In a world of telepathy, the concept of social etiquette disappears. Office meetings turn into cage fights. You sit in a meeting, the boss talks about synergy and quarterly KPIs, while all employees broadcast pure, unfiltered despair and fantasies of escaping the office. By the way, job interviews are canceled. HR asks, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Candidate says aloud, "In the director's chair." Candidate thinks, "On a beach in Mexico, far from here." The service economy will stall because no one can fake a smile at a client. The waiter doesn't just think bad things about the soup, you hear his emotion before you even get the dish. Moving on, raising the stakes. Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange. The entire global financial system rests on information asymmetry. Someone knows something, others don't. In a telepathic world, insider trading stops being a crime. It becomes the only way to trade. As soon as a trader thinks, okay, Apple stock is about to tank, gotta sell, everyone within 100-foot radius hears it. Panic becomes instant. The market crashes not in hours, but in milliseconds. Algorithms won't have time to react to collective human fear. The dollar turns into a wrapper because faith in currency vanishes the moment everyone hears the Fed chair think, honestly, we have no idea what we're doing. What about national security? CIA, FBI, NSA, all those acronyms become useless. Spies? Forget it. You can't be a double agent if anyone can hear your true motivation. Passwords no longer work. You walk up to an ATM, enter your PIN, and automatically say the numbers in your head. The guy in line behind you, "Thanks, buddy." Cybersecurity returns to the Stone Age. Bank secrecy, doctor-patient confidentiality, the seal of confession, all gone. Lawyers will lose half their work because the defendant won't be able to hide their true attitude to the case. Judge, did you commit the offense? Defendant aloud, "No, Your Honor." Defendant thinking, "Yeah, but he parked on my lawn." The trial lasts 4 seconds. Prisons will overflow by Tuesday evening, not because of serious crimes, but because thousands of petty ones will be revealed. Say we survived the first week. We haven't destroyed each other, although conflict levels have skyrocketed. A new industry will emerge: mental jammers. First, people will try the old method, tinfoil hats. Spoiler, it won't work. The market will be flooded with quantum thought blockers for $99.99, which are really just heavy lead-lined helmets. The only real way to hide a thought is to create noise. To hide your card pin, you'll walk into a bank mentally screaming the lyrics to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give It Up. Special training courses will appear. How to think about nothing. Monks practicing Vipassana will become the most sought-after consultants in the world. The elite of society aren't those with the most money, but those who can keep their heads empty. Some public figures might not even notice the difference. Their stream of consciousness often ends up on the internet anyway. A year will pass. Those who haven't gone mad from the cacophony will change. Privacy will become a legend. If I know all your fears, your childhood, your pain as clearly as my own, where do I end and you begin? Empathy will become a forced physiological reaction. You won't be able to walk past a homeless person without feeling their hunger and cold. This will lead to two scenarios. Radical altruism. We fix social inequality simply to stop hearing the collective mental scream. Or total isolation. We build bunkers with metric-thick walls just to have silence. Most likely we will arrive at a form of hive mind. The internet becomes unnecessary. Learning becomes instant. Languages merge into a universal code. But there is one thing we will lose forever: surprises. Art will change. Movies and literature based on intrigue will die. Who is the criminal? We knew it from the first scene because the actor was thinking the whole time. Hope no one noticed I have the evidence. Perhaps our inability to hear each other is our salvation. The silence inside our heads is the last piece of freedom. So the next time you're standing in line thinking, "What an idiot this guy is," just smile and be glad he will never know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and yes, I know what you're thinking. When will this ad end? Right now.